Burn a Koran Day, initiated by Terry Jones, pastor of a 50-member extremist Christian group, is tomorrow, 9/11. Terry Jones succumbed to comments by Obama, Hillary Clinton, a personal call from Defense Secretary Robert Gates, ridiculous amounts of media coverage against him burning Korans, international protests, and an unsubstantiated quid pro quo agreement to move the Ground Zero Mosque. Of course, I'm against burning Korans, and doing it at the end of Ramadan is especially a bad time to do it. Plastering burning Korans all over international TV would be as offensive as building a mosque at Ground Zero and naming it Islamic rule in the West, i.e. Cordoba. Both are big enough deals to get angry about. Burning a symbol like the Koran is like burning a flag. It's a statement similar to I hate what you stand for and want it destroyed. Burn a Koran Day has rattled the cage and gotten some real reactions from a lot of people. It's really insightful to today's social dynamics. So here's how I see things. First, Terry Jones, a pastor of an extremist church, the Dove World Outreach Center, who has previously gotten news coverage for being offensive for anti-gay banners and protests and has connections with the ultra-offensive Westboro Church. Terry Jones outdoes himself by publicly announcing his plan to burn Korans on 9/11. He gets 200 Korans and the media eats it up. The reaction was way out of scale. In America, everyone I can see was strongly against this, as I am. One revealing thing is the fear of Islamic backlash. This fiasco had people halfway across the world burning Terry Jones and even Obama's likeness while chanting "Kill Christians." Many Muslims overseas said it would definitely lead to Muslims killing Westerners. Muslims would kill someone because a small group of unrelated people deeply insulted them. Insults should not be met with violence, ideally. I don't personally adhere to that philosophy, so I'm not going to hold it to anyone. But killing people for insulting you is barbaric. It's not even up for discussion. The major problem I have with this is that they would kill people who had nothing to do with burning the Koran. In protest, they were burning flags of Obama after Obama clearly voiced his opposition to it personally and as a president. Wanton violence because of an insult thousands of miles away from a very small group of stupid people is scary and highlights some things about our planet. The danger of stupid people. The reaction of Americans was surprisingly accepting of the idea that Muslims will retaliate and seemed to be unbothered with that reality. People acted as if it's only natural for Muslims to commit wanton murders if a fool who doesn't even know them insults them thousands of miles away. Many people acted as if it's our job to stop people from offending Muslims. The amount of outpourings of "that's not us" or "why would you do that" and "endanger our troops" was integral to many arguments against the burning. I'm against all religions, including Islam. But if I saw someone offending someone else to the extent that some Muslims will be offended by the Koran burning, I'd punch them in the face if I could. You don't see many American Muslim terrorists, only that one crazy military guy, or Muslim Americans burning American flags and chanting "death to Christians" in America. Why not? Christianity once had some very violent themes, the Inquisition, the Crusades, and it used to supplant science and learning extensively. That was because it was in a time without much education or economic progress. Islam, in less economically advanced and less educated countries, has some very violent and knowledge-suppressing themes. But just as Christianity has changed with the advances in economy, learning, and social morality, I expect hatred in Islam from those less or recently developed countries to evolve into a more peaceful, moderate acceptance of others as their education and economy-driven social morality progresses. I expect them to be like Muslims in America. I like Islam less than other religions because it currently produces more bigotry and violence than other religions. But I wouldn't be so offensive as to publicly burn 200 copies of the Quran. If I were to do something anti-Islam, I would compile statistics on Islam and post it publicly. But that wouldn't catch the news. The world's reaction highlights global tensions with Islam, from Islamic immigration into the West, and from increased focus on Middle Eastern horror. Don't burn a Quran because it's hateful. Don't not burn a Quran because you fear Muslims. We shouldn't have to fear Muslims. And if Muslims abroad want to hate America because a few people burn Qurans, and not because of all the things our troops are doing in the Middle East, now evident on WikiLeaks, we probably couldn't appease them without assimilation. Don't be hateful, and don't burn the Quran. Click the link to learn how to fireproof your Quran.